We're coming to you from one of South Africa's most historical heritage sites, the Sharpeville Memorial in the Vaal. A warm welcome to the Art Bulletin. 6 exciting productions will share the limelight this weekend alongside a major book launch. The Stable Theatre, in conjunction with the Twist Theatre Development Initiative, presents the Phambili Theatre Festival 2013.
The reason why we collaborated on this project was to ensure that we give an opportunity to up-and-coming groups that have never been given an opportunity to be on stage and with their new works that need to be showcased, and to ensure that the existing works that are existing are also given an opportunity. And again, is to ensure that the languages, English and isiZulu, is being promoted in KZN.
CADA is a theatre production that uses the apartheid era to highlight our struggles of today and our inability to address them effectively. The work is currently on at the Market Theatre until the end of April.
CADA is a story about a boy who develops a sense of injustice when he's young. His brother gets killed by the white police in front of him. It is set in the 60s and it comes of age all the way up until 1994. And so he goes on a journey of revenge and he finally gets his revenge. But after 94, his revenge comes back to haunt him because of what he's been through, fighting for change, also trying to revenge for his brother. And the kind of change that he gets finally in 1994 is not the kind of change that he was expecting.
The Department of Arts and Culture has announced the list of artists that will participate at the South African exhibition of the Venice Biennale later this year. The exhibition is titled Imaginary Fact, South African Contemporary Art and the Archive.
In the course of putting together the proposal, we developed a creative concept which is called Imaginary Fact, Contemporary South African Art and the Archive. So we wanted to select a group of artists who spoke to that theme, artists who are using archive materials to pass commentary on contemporary life in South Africa, to explore our past and to pass commentary on our present. So once we developed the theme, it became quite simple to look for artists who are creating work in that space already, who are using archive materials, be they video clips, be they photography, be they artifacts, and who are developing artwork in response to that theme. So that was the broad criteria we used, and we tried to get a mix of established artists, well-known artists, iconic South African artists, as well as to try and put one or two exciting up-and-coming young artists in there as well.
Today is going to be epic, at least for the music industry, as the Hansa Festival of Legend plans on bringing back to life and onto the stage the late Brenda Fassie. Her life-size hologram will be projected on the temporary Mary Fitzgerald Square stage and will perform with her son Bongani.
In terms of how the idea came about, we knew we wanted to pay tribute to, who is ultimately a legendary musician, and we wanted to do it in an incredibly special way. And outside of just having kind of modern musicians performing her music, we wanted something more special than that. So what we did was we got in touch with a number of production houses around the world and discovered this hologram technology, which was actually used for the first time in Los Angeles for a Tupac performance. So we chatted to the guys who did that, and when we told them what we wanted to do, they were so excited, they completely came on board. And before we knew it, we had a Brenda hologram.
The Spanish institution Casa Africa, together with the Summer Foundation, met this week to announce the Johannesburg Vis-a-Vis initiative. This is the first music contest and business meeting between Spanish music producers and South African musicians.
Our work is to try and bring closer our peoples, our countries, and we very much think that by having more musicians, more artists from South Africa in Spain, we are bringing our two countries closer. What music can do to bring not our peoples, but more precisely our youth together and closer is very important for our relation.
The Windybrow Theatre in Hillbrow, Johannesburg has been a hive of performance activity since Human Rights Day. Among the productions on their stage, music by Spongile Khumalo, theatre by Napo Mashiane, stand-up comedy and dance shows ending tomorrow.
We are pronouncing ourselves as a Pan-African theatre, so that national days such as Human Rights Day, they are anchored within what we believe an institution such as the Windybrow should be going. You would actually realize that not only in our country but continental-wide, there is this whole discourse which is dominated by many voices, be it political, be it economical, business and all of them. and you would realize that the artistic voice tends to struggle to get center stage.
It's that time of the year when farm workers and farm owners in Franschhoek come together to celebrate the end of harvest through the Franschhoek Oesfees. The event, which takes place today, uses music and other components of the Boland culture to highlight the season.
This year's festival will be headlined by Mango Groove, Emo Adams and De Havel's Fantasies, as well as over 100 uniquely South African performers on stage. Last year, the festival, which is now in its 6th year, was sold out by midday with 5,000 in attendance. Mark Solms of Solms Delta says the country does not always do enough to show our appreciation to the workers of this country. Solms says that this acknowledgement is the spark that ignited the Oesfees 6 years ago, and music is the catalyst that unites people of all backgrounds in this day of celebration.
The South African music industry is in mourning following the death of legendary drummer Garth McLeod. McLeod, who was a drummer for bands like Wonderbroom, Sugar Drive and Slick Shop, died in a fatal motorcycle accident last week.
McLeod has been described as a king amongst men and pioneer of the South African drumming community. According to reports, the drummer died on his way to work at the Woodmead intersection on the N1 North in Gauteng. Details of the cause of the accident are still sketchy, but it appears that whilst riding around a bend, he lost control of his motorbike and he impacted with a street sign. No other motor vehicle was involved. Band spokesperson Colette Dawson says McLeod will be remembered for his passion for music and constant drive to perform. She says the drummer was a positive force and a voice of reason. McLeod leaves behind his wife, Anna Marie.
And that brings us to the end of today's Art Bulletin from the Sharpeville Memorial in the Vaal. We're back again tomorrow morning. In the meantime, you can keep in touch with us and let us know what's happening in and around your art circles. Our email address is morninglive@sabc.co.za. You can check out our Facebook page. The address is The Art Bulletin, and in brackets, Morning Live. Our Twitter handle is simply @The Art Bulletin. Until tomorrow morning, it's a goodbye from us.